Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Titan's Fall. Play on northern side as the Death Guard, we've got Grindan. Play on southern side as the Death Corps of Krieg, we have got Gost. Gost will be opening up with a squad of engineers, double Jaegers, a field generator, and a field barracks. Whereas Grindan will go for a couple of Nagel cultists, a scourge generator, and a Temple of Disease for his opening. So, we've got Death at the top, we've got Death in the bottom, and I assume we're going to be seeing lots of Death across the battlefield as the game goes on. Now, Grindan has gone for the 5th company of the Death Guard, which, from memory serves, that is the more tank-orientated dudes. So, yeah, which will be quite good, considering that the Death Corps Krieg have got quite a fantastic selection of tanks themselves. So we'll be having to see how that goes about in the later stage of the game. Don't think it'll affect too much in the early game. We are seeing a Volks Center for Gost here, which is interesting. I wonder if that's for some sort of upgrades. Maybe it's going to go for some grenade launchers. Although, that being said, for the Jaegers, they don't get that until Tier 2. But soldiers will get a fair few things from that in the early stages of the game. Going to go for a Lady Inquisitor and a Lord General, so double heroes from Gost. Lady Inquisitor, good in close combat, comes out with a power sword. And also, Lord General is able to have access to those all-important plasma guns in the early stages of the game, which will be great for breaking down the heavy infantry of the Death Guard. Going to go straight for that Plague Lord, as he is able to, one, do quite good damage in close combat. He also has his, completely forget what it's called, but he basically vomits on people and gives them some health regen. Or he could vomit on himself and gives himself some health regen, or vomit on the opponents, and that does the opposite of health regen, which I do believe the kids call that damage these days. Got Nagel cultists coming over on the Death Corps Krieg side of the map. Will try and capture their bits and bobs as they capture their nearest and dearest, as is good and proper. Scourge Generator finishing up as the Plague Lord pops down on. And the Lady Inquisitor, do quite like her model as well. Now, it does say in her tooltips that she's armed with a bolt pistol, but that is a lie. Well, I suppose it is a bolt pistol, but it's got a crossbow on it for reasons. This comes up with a fabulous little skull gas mask and red hair, so ooh la la for the boys at home, for the boys who like those redheads, or the girls who like the redheads. We don't discriminate on this channel. Everyone's welcome. As long as you're not a fairy, in which case, I'm sorry, but we've got to draw the line somewhere. And I don't mind drawing the line across them. Yeah, one Nagel cultist goes down. Won't be able to stand up to it too much. But Plague Lord is shimming and shaking on over. And in a straight-up 1v1, who comes out on top? I don't quite know, actually. Plague Lord doesn't really do a lot of damage. I mean, it does a lot of damage. Let me rephrase that. It does a lot of damage. But, like, it's not as DPS-y orientated as the other commanders of other factions. Takes a lot of damage, and then gradually wears and tears people down as time goes on. I mean, his accuracy isn't doing all that amazing against the Jaegers. Bless him. He's probably got some carpal tunnel going on. Then Inquisitor zaps him, stuns him a little bit, makes him a little bit slower than normal, and just giving him the good old slices. Thankfully, though, he's got some Plague Marines coming for assistance. And dear oh dear, she's not giving up. Plague Lord's like, oh my goodness, a woman. Can't... How do I talk to her? Why is she always angry? Why is she always hungry? I don't know how to deal with her. I'll join the boys instead. We'll surround her. Give her the old smelly blade. See how she likes that. Lovely use of the smoke grenades from the Jaegers. Makes them infiltrated. Also gives them additional cover as well. Although no one was really firing at them at that time. So maybe a bit preemptive. Lady Inquisitor on half health. She'll definitely want to go out there. The Plague Lord barely taking any damage in that engagement. In fact, where are you? You all look very similar. Oh, you're behind everyone. I can't highlight you. Fine. Hide. Be like that. Whatever. Seeing an interestingly placed gift repository on the front lines. I suppose, as we said before in previous games, that does save the Poxwalker from walking all the way back up and building it up. We're going to see some more Plague Marines as the Jaegers attempt to come on over, but they can't quite take down the listening post. So, yep, they'll just fall back as the Death Guard are coming over to see if they can shake them off. We'll go for that critical location on the right-hand side. Anyone gone for this one? No, we are seeing 2 Nagel cultists not being reinforced after losing their one friend. Got Barry and Nick coming down over, being best friends for life. If you can't capture a critical location with a friend, who can you really capture it with? That's my question of the day. Gift repository has been finished. Will be interesting to see if this survives the actual game itself. Can't imagine it. It's these points here and here are often the ones that are the most assaulted on Titan's Fall. So definitely a risk putting it there. Here goes, oh dear. Full squad wipe there. Morale being broken so they can't run away. And the Death Guard, lulling them into death, now comes on over to attack this observation post on the far left-hand side. Relic finally being captured. And yet to build an observation post. Oh no, you have been finished. It's just that you haven't blooming some sort of artifacting. A false sense of security, you know. They'll come on over thinking, oh yeah, it's not been finished. We could definitely take it out, but actually no. It's been finished. That's the tricksy ways of the Death Corps Krieg. Lady Inquisitor now going to hide inside that falsely finished... Ah, no, right, there you go. You're finished now. We'll take that. Leg Marines will try and sort it out. As Nurgle cultists definitely looking for some capping nonsense. Got Death Riders. Got to equip themselves with a Death Rider Commissar. Remarkable damage in close combat. Especially when they get their blooming anti-tank temporary upgrade for their spears. A lot of damage against vehicles and buildings. They just basically strap C4 to their spears, kill things. Yeah, the Death Guard, these Plague Marines dying pretty quickly, just skewering them on their spears before throwing them down. Most ends unceremoniously. Tempted to keep them alive with a Plague Champion, and he will manage to do it. Death Guard attempting to push down over the left-hand side, but being pushed back by this observation post. Gonna pop down a cheeky Feculent Null just outside of the range. Not for any particular... I mean, of course it stops the Death Corps from pushing down on this side. But also, if anyone pushes a little bit further forward, when the Feculent Null has a seed inside it, can then throw it down here. Attack whatever's coming over, also then start damaging the observation post, which has already taken a fair whack of damage. Death Riders though continue their charging over, and there we go, there's their Melter Spears. Very quickly breaking down the gift depository. Fury of fire and flame. Beautiful sunrise or sunset, depending on how one wants to interpret that. The full squad of Plague Marines should be able to break down those Death Riders pretty quickly. Quite glass cannony are the Death Riders. But they do manage to take down that gift repository. And, oh, right. I like it. Grindan's like, no. I should really build this back at home. But no, it's going to live here. And you can't stop me from building it. I've got a Bane Pit. So I might potentially see some Bloated Rhinos for some increased maneuverability for the Death Guard, which is definitely what they always need more of. It's one of their main weaknesses is their slow, encumbrant movement speed. If that sentence made any sense at all. Barry and Nick, they're still down here, just chilling out. Don't mind us, boys. We're just enjoying the... Well, what are you looking at? Let's just... I'm sorry, just indulge me here, boys and girls. Yeah, that's a pretty decent looking wall, to be fair. Gotta appreciate the views. So I don't know what's come over to me today. Clearly, I think I'm just a bit tired. You know that bit where you get a bit tired and like everything becomes funny? I think that's what it is. Yeah, Death Riders, they're being spewed with filth and disease. Definitely not major fans of it. Good economies, 116 and 40. Compared to 86 and 50. Going into Tier 2. Are you in Tier 2 now, Mr. Grindan? Does look like it. You've got that built add-ons at the bottom. But no major Tier 2 nonsense going on. Oh no, you've got your Bloated Rhinos now. That's a thing. I assume you've gone for some upgrades on your lads as well. Saw some tech going on down here, but neglected to have a look at it. So, there, that's my life at the moment. Don't know what's going on. But when is that different from normal? Death Rider's going to go for a second pass over on the northern side. As the Death Guard puts some pressure on the observation post. In fact, the horse is going to completely ignore this outside listing post. I think, right, okay, the Death Guard army is over inside our base. Let's see if we can do some damage over yonder. And just in the nick of time, this listing post is also upgraded. So rather than dealing with one pestilent fiery bit, they're now dealing with two. But they're melter bombing this place, and they don't seem to be doing that much damage. But 0 damage. I always thought that the Death Guard didn't lose accuracy or anything like that when their morale broke. I just thought that they just lost control of themselves. But clearly, that's not the case today. The icon of Despair Bearer. Bearing despair and icons as well. Get a man who can do both. That's what Mimar always said. We are now seeing some Ragnarok's very powerful tanks, considering their cost. I mean, it's kind of like a Lehman Russ in Tier 2, really. Not as good as a Lehman Russ, I don't believe, but still quite decent. Leg Marines activating their plasma guns, which is... Sorry, not activating. They are equipping themselves with plasma guns, which is questionable. I mean, metal guns, that's a good idea for breaking down buildings, but I assume probably Plague Spewers against the infantry, although we're not seeing that much infantry from the Death Corps. Lord General, he must have been forgotten down here. I suppose he is grey, so, and on the grey background, easy to not see him. Looking for a Master Voxcaster and a Veteran Bodyguard to call down some aerial bombardments. There's the Ragnarok, readying himself a Ragnarok Demolisher Cannon. Like a short-range mortar, good against heavy infantry. I do believe Death Rider is still knocking around. Or are you a fresh squad? I think you're a fresh squad. You must... No, they all died over here, didn't they? Sad horses lying down on the floor. But the field barracks, that's been taken care of. So no more infantry for you for a little while. We can get the Jaegers from the field headquarters. They're still pretty decent, all things considered. And the big booms from that mortar. Sorting them out. Death Guard going to reposition themselves a little bit closer with that one singular melter gun now. Oh no, right, okay, so some of the plasma gun people died and now just been replaced by the melter gun people. That's a wise idea, Mr. Grindan, a wise idea indeed. As with the sheer amount of plasma, or should I say field generators, and not to misgender the field generators. Yeah, that does imply that the Death Corps Krieg are going for a vehicle-heavy composition. Boxcaster, some fireworks coming in, and there comes the fire. Just getting the tail end of these Death Guard, managing to kill this dude here, most unceremoniously, as he explodes. One singular plasma gun. I would love to see these guys get the upgrade when we're able to have more lads. Oh no, they can't get another Master Voxcaster neither, as the field back's dead. But double Ragnaroks. One keeping its long-range cannon, one using its mortar. But we'll have to recapture these bits. It's just chilling out. You're the same guys. Oh no, don't. Barry and Nick still knocking around. They're just chilling. They're just vibing. Blood Rhino being shot right in the chops. Only a couple of shots required to take it on down. I've got some engineers getting involved as well. Good for field repairs as well. Definitely need to keep them on stead. Also, Kettenhund, detecting infiltrated units. I don't think, with the exception of the flies you get from the Fekut Nolmor, which has been killed at some point. Has it been killed or has it just repositioned itself? No, but I've got a Scourge Incubator. Oh no, save the gift repository. This is going to be tragic if they lose it. They'll have to rebuild it once again. Involved in close combat is the Lord General's command squad. Preparing those Ragnaroks to full health. Love to see it. And, oh, a cesspit. Alright, we're going to go straight for tier 4. And also a Tribulation Mound, a Herald of Nurgle. Quite a tanky demon hero. And a Possessed Marine squad. Which, you know, I mean, they're still slow in all things considered, but you know, a lot faster than your regular Death Guard. Got spaghetti hands. The Italian-orientated Death Guard. They've lost their strategic point over yonder. Can't quite keep up with the horses. We're going in for another charge, but didn't work last time. Probably shouldn't do it again. Herald of Nurgle has been finished. Slug-like body. Charging on out. We've now got a Basilisk, which might I just say, just a wonderful model for this Basilisk. I love the... Oh, never mind that wall. I love the little square thing on the end. I don't know why, it just looks really aesthetically pleasing for a long-barreled artillery piece. Also has the heavy... Oh, so the Pintle heavy stubber. I do believe can fire on a 360 kind of motion. So unlike a lot of other Basilisks, where they've got their gun on the front if that one needs to reposition itself and run away from squads charging at it, it still do a little bit of DPS. I do quite like how all the artillery for the Imperial Guard style factions are a little bit different. All make themselves feel a little bit unique. It gives them a whole bunch of flavour. Cesspit, they've seen it. Oh, will it finish tier 4 before it gets knocked down? Oh no, going to turn their attention to these guys. Oh, probably a misplay right there. They could have denied that whole tier 4 there. Well, I mean, do you have the money to spend on tier 4 stuff? I mean, you've got green money out the wazoo. Attempted to get a plague tower, which is pretty good. A relic unit. But they won't be able to finish that. There we go. Denied them their big units. Well, I do believe that I don't think you guys are even in tier 3 at the moment. Oh, no. Oh, right, no, never mind. You are in tier 3, and you're going to go straight to tier 4. So, big units, potentially, for both the Death Corps and the Death Guard. And there's a lot riding on this. After all, if you've been watching the Death Guard games for quite some time, I mentioned it in the past couple of ones, Death Guard have not won a game for a very, very long time. So a lot is riding on the shoulders of Grindan. I mean, obviously didn't know that this game was being casted. Hasn't sent it in. I found it on the Dawn of War replay website, mainly because I wanted a game that was not on Fatamorga. As lovely as those sands are, you know, sometimes you just want to see a derelict cityscape and all that stuff. Yeah. The infantry production build has been taken care of. Try and build up a postulant land raider. As, I mean, I don't know how you've managed to save yourself on this. It looked like that was going to be a slow winding down, gradual decay of the Death Guard. But I managed to push back the Ragnarok somewhat. Oh, I suppose maybe it's because the possessed Marines are on the back flanks. They don't want them causing nonsense for them. Just show the power of those Ragnaroks. Possessed Marines are normally really difficult to take down, especially the Death Guard orientated ones. No, just a couple of lads in tanks. That sorts them out. Also got some Jaegers over here, attempting to prevent this Temple of Disease from being finished off. Might be able to take out the Poxwalker Slave, but again, their accuracy seems to be just 0, so don't know whether that's intentional, or whether that's just a feature, or a bug, or whatever. The hell of the Nagel just bashing these guys. Square up. And the infantry really, really struggling against these Ragnaroks. You can tell that's the reason why Grindan's probably just thinking, just get the big guns out. As the Death Guard, oh sorry, the Death Corps even, are pretty difficult to take on when they've got their big stuff out. Although, surprisingly, we haven't seen the Plague Havocs, which would be a natural port of call, really, if you know that the Death Corps are going for the tanks and stuff. What are you going for? You've got a Malkador coming out. And are you guys... Yeah, you've changed your scenery. Now looking over at the Relic, which is a much nicer view, in my opinion. But Barry and Nick still chilling out, minding their own business. Got the Botfly with some las cannons on it. One tank is down. Hell of Nagel still alive. Oh, you don't have Demon Armor, you've got Commander Armor. Right, ignore me. I noticed that they had Demon Armor earlier on. That was a mistake. Before you type in the comments, and if you've already typed in the comments, well, just leave it there, I suppose. It's always good for the algorithm. The more comments there are, the more people view, I think. We do anything for the views. Well, not anything for the views. We do most things for the views. Plague just chilling out, taking a few pot shots off at this Malkador, aiming for its battle tank upgrade. And here comes that Pestilent Land Raider. Plenty of las cannons on this bad boy. Also got the Death Shroud Terminator squad moseying on over, and like Biologist Putrefier, which I believe that you come out with the ability to throw some serious grenades. You can also recruit things, can't you? I can't quite remember what exactly you can recruit. There can be about 3 of them. Like a squiggly demony kind of thing, or like a mutated thing. It's something. Kind of like just chaff that you just throw at people just to cause them issues. Gotta be careful. Death Corps Krieg have gone over on this observation post. We'll lose it there. Got economies 98 and 118, which is stupidly good green money. Compared to 75 and 48, so the Death Corps Krieg not quite getting their economy on the go, but they are now upgrading their listing posts, so better late than never. Better late than never indeed. You've also got one singular Jaeger hiding behind the Titan's gun. He's not going anywhere. He's like one man and his machine gun, and he's just going to stay there and do the God Emperor's work. God bless him. But yeah, you've got to be careful. Make sure that your Land Raider isn't going forward unsupported, but thankfully the Death Shroud Terminators, and just got to see them, just because they're just the best unit model, I think. Maybe not the best, but definitely a damn fine unit model all the same. Love the chimneys on their back. Also got that Demon Prince of Nurgle now coming forth. Slow meandering. Just love the sound of the thundering footsteps. That's a lot of high value infantry coming over with the Land Raider. Malkador there. And the Ragnarok doing actually quite a lot of damage. Cannot underestimate the power that the Malkador can bring to the forward. In fact, good lord, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not going to win in a straight at 1v1, but still, that's pound for pound, value for value in the monetary department. That's good, sure. Bombard as well. And throw down some nuclear stuff. Ball's got a cheeky Lucius Pan command. Aiming for a Minotaur. Don't think a Minotaur is your main port call here, Mr. Gost. Minotaur is your artillery. And I reckon probably just a regular old Baneblade would do you much better in this scenario. Demon Prince chasing away one of the Ragnaroks. Now going for the Bombard as well. Stupidly good AoE damage that Bombard can bring to the table. Land Raider has gone down. That Malkador is still knocking around. Are you a Relic unit then? Don't think you are. I'm absolutely certain that you're not. You're wrong. Oh, Lady Crusade, she's still here. She's still knocking around. But she does not want to be anywhere near that Demon Prince of Nurgle, so hide inside the observation post, young lady. Don't sully yourself. That Demon Prince miladying all the way towards you. Jaeger still knocking around? Are you still having a good time? You're still having a good time. As long as he's having fun. Engineer's been bothered by the singular Plague Marine squad over here. Are you firing at that Ragnarok? No, you're not. You're firing at the Biologist Putrefier. Oh dear. The Inquisitor sees that observation post going down, so needs to reposition herself. And the Death Corps Krieg, they've not rebuilt their infantry production building. They're just putting all their eggs in the basket of their vehicles. For some more Jaegers. And they've cancelled the Minotaur. Have you cancelled it? Have you? No, it's not on the battlefield at the moment. The Prince still chasing after the Lady Inquisitor. Jaeger's just casually breezing past him. That's a lot of artillery for the Death Guard. What help him here, though? Off that Malkador. Just cruising around. It will fall back. No point in throwing your life away. But the good lord, Death Corps, buy something. Oh my goodness. We've got more money than Oprah at the moment. Oh, that was a good shot from the Plague Whirlwind. Don't often see one of those. I do believe that is locked behind certain Plague companies. Yeah, the Death Corps, they could just buy lots right now if they wanted to. I mean, at this point, just build a second assembly plant. That being said, a lot of your vehicle count would be taken up by a Relic unit, so just infantry, just anything just to clog up the battlefield. While that's going on, how are these guys? Oh no, Barry's lost Nick. Oh, he's lost his friend. That's so unfortunate. That's emotional. F's in the chat, boys and girls, for Poor old Nick. Oh, we've got Plague Tower as well. All strategy's just gone out the window, hasn't it? It's just a case of, let's get the big stuff out. The Chaos Gods were like, how tall can you stack shit? And while Mortaran was like, hold my beer. I mean, just look, it's just sideways tits on top of each other, firing out Plague milk or some horrible imagery. I do apologise. The people who watch these games while they're eating their dinner or their tea, just not a pleasant sight at all. Even Prince Nagel still an absolute beast. Lady of Gusta, the old slice, but then being knocked down once again. Lord Deathcore build things. Don't forget Lucius Pattern Baneblade, very expensive at 600. Oh, is that what you were doing? Were you just basically getting into your tier 2 titany things? That might have been it. Plague Tower's got a lot of firepower, but I can't. Surely that's not. It's not the most aerodynamic of vehicles, is it? Doesn't seem to be doing all that well. That Malcador's still just alive. Refuses to die. That brave engineer, he's had his morale broken. He's like, no, charge him. See that Demon Prince of Nurgle? I'm going to fix bayonets and show him a good time. Is our friend still down here? No, he's not. That's sad. Oh no, you know what? I'm going to choose that he's got friends. He hadn't died. He just got tired of firing at that Temple of Disease. It's all just resting on this Lucian Pattern Baneblade. Oh, it's being repaired. Oh no, you're not. Yeah, you are being repaired by the engineers. So it's taken Demon Prince a lot longer than otherwise normal to. What's going on? The Basilisk firing on the front and firing on the side as well. Demon Prince knows when he's beaten. It's time for him to go down. Someone give this Malcador the MVP. Holding that line. Like no other tank in the history of tanks. Shows the Plague Marines standing around. Once again enjoying the view. And now's the time for the Deathcore to push out. Baneblade about to finish. We're now seeing the Light Lord Terminator squad. A lot wider and chunkier than your other kinds of Terminators. Prince of Nurgle sent back to the warp. Also the Whirlwind as well. This is just beautiful. Oh, chef's kiss of tanks. Just a lovely blue bit, lovely shiny lights. Got a big old demolisher cannon, a longer cannon, other bits and bobs. Oh well, yeah. I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm not so much worried about this, but about the Malcador that refuses to die. Here he comes. They're playing a little bit of German-esque music in the background. Love to hear it. And yeah, he's going to come in. A lot of his guns are on the front, so probably moving him in the middle of an enemy formation. Not the idea. Oh, hold on. Right, I like it. Grindan was like, okay, you can build tanks. I can build tanks too. Million Baneblades. Light Lord Terminators been taken down, but we also have the Death Shrouds on the flanks, carving their way through the Lucius Baneblade pattern. Whoever one pronounces that name. Not taking too much damage. It's holding off. Light Lord Terminators dead. Death Shroud soon to follow. A replacement Land Raider from earlier. Don't think it's going to do all that much. Especially now that his engineers are going to come over and repair things. And Gost is doing a really, really good job of making sure those engineers are keeping their tanks online. Lady and Custer inspecting the view. No wants to wait for the Land Raider to go down before doing anything else. Death Shroud throwing down a whole bunch of Plague nonsense, doing damage over time to these engineers. Oh, here comes a Plague Feral Titan. Comes out with only Plague spewing things at the beginning, but can quickly get itself some turbo laser destructors. which, I mean, put the word turbo in front of anything and you know it's serious. And yeah, didn't expect to see a Titan in this game. Here it is. And the moment, just a definite. Oh, you've got a few bits and bobs on the go for you, but your main. I mean, you've just basically just put all your hope and dreams into one unit here. You've also got Plague Predator arming itself a whole smorgasbord of last cannons, and this is probably not an engagement that these guys can win. Not without more support. They will fall back, but they've got time, and they've also got resources to spend. Oh, go on, Gost, just build some infantry. Just something with melter guns or las cannons or whatever. If anything, just like I said earlier on, just to absorb the fire. Or put pressure on these flanks of the Death Guard. One problem as well with the Plague Feral Titan is, as you can see on top, it looks like it's got morale, but it's not morale, it's its void shield. So you've got to break that down before you do any damage to its actual health. Which means that it could basically it's effectively like an auto repair. Granted, it's only 400 health, so it's not that substantial, but in a game where a couple of 100 pieces of health or hit points make a difference, every little helps. Light drone just flying away. I'm going to make short work of that observation post on the left hand side. Jaeger standing firm on the front lines, not for very much longer. Plague Feral Titan taking a significant amount of damage. Death Guard must hold here. He's going to turn back. Now this is not where he wants to be. One Plague Predator does support, not make. Really, if anything, what the Death Guard need to do is bring Barry over, use his fury and rage from losing his best friend. That will turn the tide of battle. Or just putrefy it, gradually whittling its way through the observation post. Feral Titan falls back. Bring forth the Poxwalker slaves just to dance this guy back into full health. Death Shroud Terminator's been blasted apart. Oh no, the Malcador will take it down. All hope is lost. That Malcador was the jewel in the shining crown. That was the Death Corps. They've got Infernus, now armed with a big tanky shooter bit. And it seems, yeah, it's like as if... Hold on, what are you doing? Baneblade just sliding around, drifting like as if you're part of Fast and Furious. Yeah, it seems like they were doing lots of damage, and then the Malcador dies, and then, like, damage just stopped. Don't even bother building the rest of this nonsense. Just build 3 Malcadors and you win. That's my takeaway from this game. Comes on over. Of the most cutest sounding las cannon sounds you've ever heard. You won't fire now that I've mentioned it, but just like it's quite literally, it just goes pew pew. Yeah, I might just take away the music in the background just so I can hear it a bit better, but it's just. I like that. Pew pew, says the las cannon. Well, turbo laser, sorry. And then the Death Corps just whittle away and die. I mean, it's... Has it been a normal game? No, but has it been fun? I'd say so, personally. Just Pat and Baneblade dies. And there we go. Yep, I think for the Death Corps, just relying too much on their vehicles. Yes, their vehicles are very, very good. But, I mean, you had loads of space for, and loads of money as well, to make use of just your infantry. Just like I say, the heavy weapons platoons would have been remarkable in taking down the vehicles that the Death Guard went for. And can I actually make any smart reflections on this game? I don't think I can, but that was a very, very fun game. And Grindan bringing that all coveted victory for the Death Guard that they've been so wanting all this time. So very good stuff from everyone in this game. So cheers, boys and girls, for watching at home. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week. And there is also a Discord where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. Mine's been Mr. Landshark. Apologies always, never short. and I will see you in a bit. Peace.